Jen here with an unboxing for you of the November 2017 Owlcrate, which was themed Castles and Kingdoms. Oh, Castles, Courts, and Kingdoms. So here is the card for this, and let's just jump right in. One of the first items here is a second army pin or brooch by Juniper and Ivy Designs. They sent out 3 different ones, and which order of the Grisha are you? And I got Ethereal Key and the Squallers, which is actually pretty accurate because I took one of the Grishaverse quizzes and I'm actually a sun summoner. So that's super nice. And there's a quote from Nikolai on the back. Here is the Owlcrate collector's pin, which is a little portion of the spoiler card, like a little portion of the illustration. I was gonna say photograph, I knew that wasn't the right word. In here is something from Fizzy Fairy Apothecary, and it is Elven Bread Soap. And I guess she carries this in her shop, but this is a different color and a different scent than the one she carries in her shop. So it is bright and refreshing combination of Moroccan mint, garden cucumber, juicy clementine, cyclamen blossoms, lily, and cactus. And it smells really like spa-like and clean. And that's what it is. So it is soap. Alright, what else do we have? We have an exclusive hat designed by Owlcrate, which is super cute, and it says Expecto Patronum. That's very cute. There was a lip balm in here, and the lip balm is from Geek Fire Labs, and it is Blackberry mint and inspired by Game of Thrones. So it says winter is here. Not sure if they'll focus because it's so bright or not. Actually, I hadn't even opened it, so oh, it smells really good. Alright, we also have a gorgeous notebook with a design by Stella's Bookish art with a quote from A Court of Mist and Fury, which says, "Don't let the hard days win." And this is really beautiful. Although every time I see this quote, it makes me chuckle because I'm pretty sure it didn't originate from Sarah J. Maas, because I've been seeing it on, you know, household items from like 3 years ago, and I don't think that book was even out 3 years ago. But it's a gorgeous design, and it's just lined. I don't know if you can see that. It's just lined, regular lined paper inside. There was a spoiler card for next month's theme, December, which is Seize the Day, and I do know that it's a contemporary book. It's very cute. I did not order that because I don't do contemporary. Came with the second or third edition, I think third edition of the Owlcrate magazine, which has an interview with the owner of Fizzy Fairy Apothecary, recommendations for other books you might enjoy based on this book that's in this box, a word search, an interview with the author, and then a detail about the exclusive cover. So the book that was in here is not what I thought, and I almost always guess right, and I thought it was going to be rose marked, but it was The Glass Spare. And this is by Lauren DeStefano, who is a New York Times bestselling author, and there's some subtle differences between the covers. The one that jumps out at me the most is the purple in the lettering, but I guess the background is different as well. And so it came with some cute temporary tattoos, and it also came with, instead of like a letter from the author, it came with this cool postcard, which I think is kind of more fun. And then it has the book on the back. So the postcard says, "This is a story of Will," and her name is Wilhelmina, "a princess with a complicated life. Her brother Owen was the heir, her brother Baron was wicked, her brother Gertie was a genius, and Will always knew she had a wondrous heart. What she didn't know was that her heart was also cursed." And it did come with a signed book plate as well. And so, actually, let's just read the synopsis of this. Wilhelmina, I'm going to say Heidel, the fourth child and only daughter of the king of the world's wealthiest nation, has grown up in the shadows, kept hidden from the world in order to serve as a spy for her father, whose obsession with building his empire is causing a war. Will wants nothing more than to explore the world beyond her kingdom, if only her father would give her the chance. Until one night, Will is attacked and she discovers a dangerous secret. Her touch turns people into gemstone. At first, Will is horrified by her power, but as she tests its limits, she's drawn more and more to the strange and volatile ability. When it leads to tragedy, though, Will is forced to face the destructive power within her and finally leave her home to seek the truth and a cure. But finding the key to her redemption puts her in the path of a cursed prince who has his own ideas for what to do with Will's power. With a world on the brink of war and a power of ultimate destruction, can Will find a way to help the kingdom that's turned its back on her, or will she betray her past and her family forever? I do think that in the Owlcrate magazine, it said that there was a sequel for this book. So it is not a standalone. Let's take a look at, she has some great author blurbs on the back by Lani Taylor, Renee Adea, don't know how to say her name, Flame in the Mist, Beth Revis, who wrote Across the Universe, and those are the only ones I recognize. So let's see, it says Lauren DeStefano earned her BA in English with a concentration in creative writing from Albertus Magnus College in Connecticut in 2007. She's also the New York Times bestselling author of the Chemical Garden trilogy, which I haven't heard of, but kind of sounds interesting, so if I like this, I might have to check that out. And you can find her on Twitter and on Instagram. So this is published by Epic Reads, and it was actually on my buy list anyway, so even though it wasn't the book I thought, I'm not disappointed. But yeah, so that was the Castles, Courts, and Kingdoms Owlcrate November 2017 box. And in the meanwhile, happy reading, happy writing.